I am great, and so are you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, that's the creative journal prompt for Homer. Here's Homer again, one of my lefties, inspired by my dad. Okay, so now expressive body movement challenge. Imagine that, like Homer, you too are on the verge of greatness. Translate that feeling of greatness and momentum and possibility into one of the elements, such as earth, air, fire, or water. Which element facilitates and encourages your feeling of greatness the most? Now just take a moment and envision a feeling of greatness as an element. Now, I want you to become that element. So just envision yourself becoming. Allowing that element to facilitate greatness. Okay, then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a non-dominant hand exercise. So just take another moment to meditate upon your greatness, and then come up with a symbol to depict your greatness, and an affirmation. And then if you've got paper and pen handy or not, just draw it in the air with your hand, your non-dominant hand. I'd like you to just write out your affirmation and draw that symbol. Okay, thank you and blessings to Homer and to all these cards. And I'll just share a little bit more about me and what I'm up to. Ooh, and a bee, a big, big bumblebee. Oh, beautiful. There he is. He's going deep into the sex organ of that plant. It's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Mr. Bumblebee. Okay. I'm going to flip this around for a moment. Say hello. Yeah, I've been doing this readings and decks since 2008, and it pretty much started because I was isolated. I was alone a great deal, and I had a lot of time and space and no internet and no people. So I started drawing with my non-dominant hand, and I just kept doing it until the point that I did not even know which hand I was using. Ooh. Following my bee. And so going to walk around a little bit. Maybe sunlight will be a little better. So I feel like time alone and the space to go within and working with my non-dominant hand, the intuitive hand, really awakened me on a deep intuitive level. I had always been into astrology and tarot cards and everything psychic and new age and mediumship. Interested, but I wasn't sharing it with others by giving readings. So I ended up taking a class, a long, I think it was 6 months of training to become really work on my psychic and mediumship skills. And so I pursued that. And it just, boom. I've got Aries rising, so when things happen, they happen like fast and intensely. And all of a sudden I had created a deck. I was giving readings on Etsy and in town and in stores and classes, working with the new moon. It all just happened, boom, 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 boom. And I find that when you are following your path and your heart and the timing is there, it flows. And I'm really, this week especially, and getting into the Renegade craft fair, this virtual fair, that just happened really, really fast. I found out on yesterday, and the fair is on Friday and Saturday online. So I'm doing this video, and I was in the flow, and I said, this week I'm going to be open to my intuition no matter what. It's going to be number one. I'm going to be guided. And now here I am. So yes, I do think I had a question from one of my clients about connecting with your spirit guides, and all of that I mentioned can help. You know, we're also working with a dream diary, working with cards, working with anything that taps you into that inner, quiet, inner space that's yours, that's you, that's your soul. Because we don't die, our soul lives on. I've been connecting with ancestors and those who've passed over all this time as well. And that to me is the most amazing thing, to really make connections with those who've passed over, because they're alive, just on a different plane. Their soul is alive, and that to me is just mind-blowing. So anyway, I'll just come back to the cards again, and if you're interested in any of these decks, I've self-published all of them, and they're all on my website, and these guidebooks are also available as these two are downloads. But they have a lot of great stuff like Homer, mantra, an affirmation, the element, a song, what it means in a reading, our journal prompt, a body movement challenge, and a non-dominant hand exercise. The Elfin Ally Oracle guidebook is a little different. This one I published last year. So it's got all these keywords, the meaning, affirmation, the astrology, the medicine, and the lore. And then this deck is actually coming out, was supposed to come out in spring, but what with the COVID 19. It probably will be coming out now in summer. So it's got all the things that associated with each sign and goddesses, the goddesses. And then, you know, affirmations for each sign. And also in the box for the deck. Inside the box are all the goddesses that are in the deck and poems I've written for the goddesses. So I think I'd like to end with another goddess. And before I do a reading, if you're doing readings, I always bless the cards with sage. And I hold my sphere, I hold it on my heart and kind of align my chakras as well. I do a little chakra meditation beforehand to ground and connect with the divines. And I ask that the reading be for the deepest, highest, and most profound good for all concerned. And I also name the person who the reading is for. So this reading is for you. Okay. Cancer. The Cancer goddess. I am sensitive and receptive. It's perfect. So that's what we're going to end with, as all of us have attuned ourselves, our chakras. We've attuned our sense of safety. We've attuned ourselves to our protective abilities, the elements, the elementals, the fairies, Mother Earth, Father Sky, all of these things that we work with can help us heal. They can help us guide. They can help us protect ourselves and others. And they can also bring us joy and love and blessings. So I'm going to light a little more of this white sage, collected from right around here, Temecula, California, Southern California. Just say a blessing. May we walk in beauty, may we live in beauty, and may we love in beauty. Blessed be, and thanks for watching and being a part of the Renegade Craft Fair, virtual fair. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. Bye. And my newsletter comes out every new and full moon, and I'll be sharing more of these meditations and readings in every newsletter. Blessed be.